And for a look at today's markets, we can go to Jameel Ahmad, Chief Analyst at GTC Group. Good morning, Jameel. The ongoing situation in the Middle East continues to have a heavy effect on markets. What have you been observing today?
So what we're starting to see, Oliver, is a bit of a change now in investor behavior towards what's the unfortunate events in the region, because before we were starting to see a lot of sensitivity with oil prices, and of course that's still continuing. You've got oil prices again, they're above $100 at the beginning of the new trading week, but we're also noticing some other trends as well. For example, world markets now are starting to show the stress of the unfortunate events, where you've got steep losses now in Asia this morning. Not for the first Monday morning, you've had Wall Street decline for successive weeks at the end of last week, and now you're also starting to see some more trends towards the safe haven demand of the US dollar. And should this unfortunate event continue to escalate, and the probability is increasing that that's unfortunately going to be the case, I do expect for investors to continue to sell world markets, because we're going to start to see a decline in economic output and investors starting to change their views on where the world economy is headed in 2026. And it also wouldn't surprise me we see some more rises in the US dollar as investors start to rush towards more cash in their portfolio.
Now, this week is a shortened trading week in many markets in the world because of Easter, but there's a lot of economic data scheduled to come out. What are traders on the lookout for this week?
In terms of economic data, you've got a host of different releases throughout Japan, the United Kingdom, the European Union, and the United States, where you're expecting the monthly US jobs report, retail sales, and UK GDP as well. But generally speaking, geopolitics is going to remain the headline driver towards market sensitivity. We're not watching economic data much at all, and it comes down to two different counts here. Either we're going to have an escalation, and with the market volatility increasing, the risks are increasing as well, that the probability is there that we are going to have an escalation in the region, unfortunately, or we're going to have all eyes in Pakistan and the diplomatic missions that are taking place. And if this happens to settle the conflict down, then we're going to be watching that instead. But generally speaking, what's taking place in the region is overshadowing all economic data and themes, and this is what's driving investor behavior.
Thank you very much for that. Jameel Ahmad, Chief Analyst at GTC Group. Now, US President Donald Trump said he has no problem with